To get the new accessory artifacts, you need to go through Kargalgan and Cursed Giant Eiberg. Here's how you can beat them. What's good, YouTube? Nugget here. Come with you today with an updated instance dungeon guide. So guys, with this, we're teaching you how to beat the two newest bosses added in the recent update. We're talking Almighty Shaman, Kargalgan, and Cursed Giant Eiberg. So here's how to beat them at the highest tier possible. Remember, every advice I give can be brought down to any tier. So if I give you advice for tier 10, that could apply to tier 7, tier 5, whatever the case may be. But before we get into any of that, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. Turn it on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. But without further ado, let's start off with the boy Kargalgan, right? So as you see on screen, the team I'm currently rocking is going to be Kargalgan, Maylene Fisher, and our boy Mean. And now full buffer teams, right? We're doing full supports. As you can see, I did 3 starts, so I'm rocking quite literally half curse. I don't have relatively any crit damage going for me, so it's gonna be fun playing with the 71% crit damage. I do have a crit rate going for me though, so W there. As far as the artifacts and what you want to run on Sun Jinu, again, full curse would probably be your meta. I don't want to beat it too fast though, because again, did 3 start, that's my bad. But as far as break skills you want to bring, I 1000% suggest vacuum wave armor break. If you don't have vacuum wave, you can go ahead and do high speed rotation, that's from Death's Dance, and then go ahead and pair that with countering break on crushing blow, and we're gonna explain why. Now, if you use this properly as a counterattack skill, you can do heavy break upon hitting your target. You just got to know the timing, but let's say maybe you don't want to do that. The boss is weak to dark and wind, so you can go ahead and bring illusion from multi-strike. Let's say you do have vacuum wave, then you can go ahead and bring Death's Dance, so you can bring high speed rotation and vacuum wave. You can bring high speed interruption. You can do a lot of combinations here because the boss is weak to more than one element. Now, if we're talking blessing stones you want to bring, I'm personally rocking double-edged sword, weakness detection, bloodlust, and pulverize. Other blessing stones you can rock that would be good here are mana rampage, advanced daggers, and reawakening. And then you can also do Assassin's Prophecy. I have this on rare though, so we're definitely not going to bring that. But weapons, last but not least, we're rocking A10 Westwind. Again, if you don't have Westwind, there is a lot you could do. The boss is weak to 2 elements, remember, dark and wind. So you can do plum, you can do scythe, you can do moon shadow. If we're talking, you could even do Demon King Longsword. If we're talking SRs, again, Westwind for sure. And then I wouldn't really recommend a dark SR to bring here, but you do get Scythe A1 for the free, so at the very least you should be able to use the Shadow Scythe if you have it. Now let's go ahead and get into tactics, and then remember the shadows relatively won't change, so we're rocking Egress, Iron, and the boy Serbi. Without further ado, let's get into it. And then Park does have Cha's A10 weapon to give me that edge, so I'm not in the red, which is lovely. Now Kargalgan will play like story mode Kargalgan, and he's gonna do his, moves here. So what I like to do, I just like to miss these first 2 and then go ahead and get a shadow step on the last one. From there, I can basically barrage him with a bunch of attacks. Boom, boom, boom. And then I like to shift and then use my Westwind. And I do this because amplifying draws effect from the plum. So plum is actually very good. It's very universal, and you pretty much want to bring it all about everywhere, right? So once you do a certain amount of damage to our boy Kargal though, he'll eventually do his Hymn of Giants. And this one is pretty easy to evade. Cool. So let's evade it. Why not? And then he's gonna do his Hymn of Agony. Go ahead and dodge that as well. This one might be hard to dodge on second hand, so I like to counterattack here, right? So that kind of saves me, gives me a lot. And then boom, he's doing his levitation again. The boy Kargal isn't playing fair. He's doing all the hymns, so he's a very spiritual guy, as we can see, right? Ain't that right, big guy? And then he's got, like I said, he's got a bunch of hymns. That one actually did hit me, so I couldn't even see it. And now here's the Hymn of Protection. That's why we bring Maylene Fisher. Let's get rid of that. We know we're very familiar with their game. I could defeat him if I want, but let's go ahead and break that gauge. Boom. Let's get a Westwind going. Let's see if he does his totem move. I wanted him to do his totem move, which is really why I was taking my sweet time here. But he's doing a lot. He's bringing out a new bag. He's got all the hymns in the bag, man. What's going on, Kargal? What's going on here, buddy? Now I'm not trying to do too much damage. I'm trying to get him to do one of his moves that I know you guys will see. Let's see. Him agony again, Kargal. Come on, man. What do you got? What do you got going on? Basically, once you do a suitable amount of damage to the boy Kargal, he will do his show you the power of fire, which is this move right here. Boom. At tier 10, you're gonna see a bunch of these. So what I recommend is that you save your ultimate for that. Now, of course, we just played that for a long time. If I, did way more damage earlier, then we would have been saw that. But as you can see, it takes out all 3 of those, which just leaves the boy Kargalg. We get a quick snipe that doesn't kill him, funny enough. Let's go ahead and finish that off. Boom, boom, boom. And that is how you can go about defeating our boy Kargalgan. And you're going to get lovely rewards that you guys see at the bottom. You're going to get those new artifact pieces, and you can, of course, enjoy that. Now, let's talk about how you want to defeat Cursed Eiberg. And here we are. So for Cursed Eiberg, the only thing that you should notice is that the weakness does change, so they're weak to light and fire. So we're bringing the SR Raidurus family longbow. This one is advancement 10. If you don't have this, you can bring the Huntsman. I do also recommend fire weapons, so I use the Orb of Avarice for my initial runs. You can bring things like any SR fire weapon, maybe Vulcan's Rage. The Phoenix Soul would probably dominate here, right? I don't have the Phoenix Soul on this account, but feel free to use that to your expense. The strength is darkness, but we're still gonna bring the Plum Sword because that advancement 3 is just too sweet to pass up on. As far as the supports, I'm bringing the same supports here, but you can very much change this one up, right? You can go maybe Emma. I like to bring another breaker every now and then because it's hard, because this boss does have a lot of iframes and a lot of moving around. This boss is way harder than Kargalgan by far because of what they'll do, the moves that they have, and the arsenal that they'll bring. So you might want to bring another breaker to get that break gauge done as fast as possible. You can bring people like Cha, maybe, whatever you think, but I'm personally gonna rock the exact same team I rock for the boy Kargalg. The only thing we're changing is that we're bringing the longbow instead of the West Wind, and then the skills also change here. So that's Dance, Wildfire, and then Armor Break, which is Multi-Shadow Strike. So these are the 2 changes that we're making. We're bringing these skills instead of the last 2 skills you saw for Kargalg. Now let's get straight into this. Now for Cursed Eiberg, they're gonna come to you, so you don't really have to worry about going to them. But as soon as we get this animation going, again, they're gonna come to you, and all you gotta do is dodge the first attack. So they're gonna make like a half circle, and then once they basically get there, you can dodge their attack. Now do not touch that red. I usually wait till their animation is finished, because if you touch that red, you will be frozen or paralyzed. You will be stunned. Now where did they go? Like I said, that boss likes to move around a lot, guys. This boss does not play it fair at all, right? And we're not bringing the longbow just because we want to stun, because they don't even get stunned. So it's crazy. It's insane how it works. But once you do a suitable amount of damage to Eiberg, they are going to spawn 2 totems. And I think this is the craziest thing, right? Because 2 totems, 1 is just insane, right? Insane. But what these totems actually do is gonna be way worse. So I recommend, just like Kargalg, you want to go ahead and bring those 2, or go ahead and use your ults, right? Because you want to go ahead and kill both of those totems. Both of those totems are going to give you trouble, so get in a spot where you can ult on both of those and then take care of those in the same suit. And boom, 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 the totems are destroyed, the boss is in pain, so now we just got to turn around and deal with him, because we were just drained on mana. One of those totems will drain your mana, and then the other totem will heal the boss. So unless you're bringing Cha, that's something to note. I can't even see this boss for a good amount of time, and this is post nerf, so we're having a mana problem. If you look down at the bottom right, we're having a mana problem, we're having a shifts problem, and we're having a teleporting problem with this boss, because this boss just likes to do just about everything in the world. And as you can see, I didn't follow my own rule and I ran into the red and I got stunned. So if you don't believe me, well, now you should, right? So let's go ahead and finish up this boss though. Really, a lot of it, when you don't 3-star it, I know I'm taking a lot of this because of that 3-star bonus, but maybe we'll have a free-to-play guide come out a little bit later. However, yeah, here we go. Here's the Berserk move. I definitely should have dodged that. We got about a minute left as far as time goes. We have no shifts. Oh my goodness, we just finally used the shift. This buff might beat us even with this buff going on. So I'll try to make that not the case. But again, this boss is actually crazy. Let's go ahead and ult here. Let's try to get him one and done. All right. I don't want to take this, but this ult should do what I need it to do. So boom, 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 and boom. A little bit more than y'all. I think Serby might have bit him, you know, farted on him, whatever the case may be, and finished him up. But that is how you guys want to go about defeating Cursed Eiberg and our boy Kargalgan, and then you'll get the lovely, lovely new accessories at tier 10. So like I said, you can apply this information from tier 10 to any tier that you're currently on, whether it's tier 5, whether it's tier 1 itself. But with that in mind, what do you guys think of the new bosses in Instance Dungeons? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below, or at it. Be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that other good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.